Okay, we ready? You ready, Mike?
Yep.
Ann, you ready? All right, here we go. I'd like to call this November 16th Commissioners meeting to order. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everybody. Hope that we all had a great weekend. So we will open our meeting with public comment on any subject that's not on the agenda and that the Commission has jurisdiction over. Is there any public comment? Any public comment? Okay. Hearing none, we'll move on. I have a little bit of mail this morning. We have received a $1,200 check from Family Medical Clinic for their lease of the building. We've received a letter from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission in regards to the Broadwater, or the Tossin Dam. And it says this letter is to acknowledge your January 24th, 2020 letter transmitting the 2019 Dam Safety Surveillance and Monitoring Report for Broadwater County. And it says we have reviewed the report and we acknowledge your conclusion that there are no developing dam safety issues and the dam is safe for continued operation. We have no additional comments on this report. So there's this report is to be on file in the Commissioner's office if you're interested in that. We also have claims in the amount of $46,812.22.
I'll make a motion to pay claims in said amount.
And I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion's made and seconded to pay claims in the amount of $46,812.22. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, we're a little bit, we didn't have as much public comment or mail as planned, so we're a little bit early. We will wait till 10:15 till Nicole is here to make her presentation. Hey, Bernadette.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. You guys busy?
Yeah, staying busy.
Kind of the time of year for you guys a little bit, and there's a lot of things that go on, huh? Everybody getting ready for next year?
Yeah. And everyone trying to get things done before snow hits.
Sure. Well, yeah. You know, this early winter, so to speak, has been a little bit of a challenge at times, right? We're not sure whether it's winter or still fall, but the thing that I see out of it is it all falls off and makes ice, right? And then snows on top of it. So hopefully, it looks like it's supposed to warm up through the middle of this week, so maybe we'll get that all melted off and we can start over again. So anyway. Any good hunting stories? Huh? No?
Drove 20 miles and didn't see a darn thing.
Oh, wait.
I've seen bighorn sheep. Beautiful. Yeah, such majestic animals.
Was that up by Raidersburg? Or
Yeah, it's in that spot that we were talking about
Mhm.
where that culvert was put in sometime, and it was just up there all by itself, and I think he watched us just as much as we watched him. It was
Sure.
really cool, so.
All right. That's really neat. That's good.
Nothing else.
You guys have anything? Mike, do you have anything you want to discuss while we're waiting?
No.
Laura, do you have anything to discuss while we're waiting?
Nope.
Okay. Hey, Nicole. We didn't have much for public comment or mail this morning, so we're a little bit early. We're just kind of waiting. Let's give it a few more minutes in case somebody wants to participate.
Taking care of office stuff.
That's the big bag to be at. My job gets pretty well caught in
Not really.
that. Not really.
Not really.
Hey, you know what, Mike? Why don't you talk about the project over here?
Oh, okay, yeah, I went to a meeting last Tuesday for the demolition of the Towns of Star building. They got 2 bids, neither one of which had a bid bond with it, so they were gonna, since that disqualified both of them, they were gonna contact those people about bid bonds and operation of that. Still don't have a date when they're gonna start, or if they have to reissue this contract, reissue the bid process, but they're trying to work with those 2 people who had submitted bids to get some input back from them on demolition of that building. So that's pretty much where it's at. So
Good. We got a comment. This is a little bit too loud, so we'll just kind of
okay.
raise that up there a little bit like that. I guess I did attend. I didn't. I attended virtually the Fair Board meeting last week, and our Fair Board is working to prepare for next year in the fair, and they've selected a theme, and they're moving forward with that. Also, one of the things we talked about was projects that they felt we needed to concentrate on as far as now that the Fairgrounds Master Plan has been completed, and then maybe selecting a project that they would like to move forward with. So I think they're going to discuss that with the rodeo board. I think that their conclusion was that maybe we need to start with the restroom facilities. So I think that's probably a great place to start. And so we'll wait for everybody to kind of weigh in on that. And if that's a consensus of something that we need to do, then we'll move forward with maybe one of those projects. So anyway. All right, Nicole, I think we're close enough to go ahead and get started.
I only have one copy here, but I believe that
Let's see.
we have copies, and
Okay.
there's the affidavit too
Yep. Okay.
that you will need to sign.
Okay.
So, we are here today requesting the approval of the use of the agricultural exemption for a certificate of survey for Mr. Griffin. This is in southern Broadwater County off of KOA Road. And so Mr. Griffin is here today along with his representative Bernadette of
okay.
Schaber Surveying.
Didn't recognize you behind the mask.
It's hard when you...
Okay. See, I probably wouldn't make a. I wouldn't be a very good cop. It doesn't take much to fool me, I think.
So the purpose of this survey is to create an agricultural tract out of, I gave you my copy, so I don't have the exact acreage, but 460 some acres.
426.
426, okay. So I guess it would be 446
Yep.
total.
Okay.
And this has gone through the COS review committee. We've asked some questions and had some time to look it over, so if you do still have questions of Mr. Griffin or myself or Bernadette today, we're happy to answer those.
Okay, sounds good. I know initially we had some questions on doing this, and Corey brought some of those forward, and we Corey did. He asked Court this morning, but he said he's okay with continuing with this. But there was wanted to make sure that Mr. Griffin knew that there could be a possible liability down the road by doing this, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Right.
I mean, there's a risk associated with anything, but in this instance, if Mr. Griffin decides to pursue subdividing this agricultural tract, which, according to MCA, the only way to lift an agricultural covenant is through subdivision and by approval of the commissioners, there is always the possibility that it would not be approved.
Sure.
So.
Okay. And was there also some concern about splitting off the water right as well, or no?
I don't believe there was a concern
Okay.
Regarding that.
Okay, good. All right. Mr. Griffin, do you have anything that you would like to add, and you're aware of the risk possible down the road, right?
You might elaborate for me what type of risk we're talking about.
Okay.
So essentially, do you want me to answer that?
Yep,
I'm sorry.
yep, please.
If you did decide to submit this 20-acre parcel for a subdivision,
Right.
there is the possibility that it would be denied.
Okay.
So that's
That's the risk we're
that's the
talking
risk.
about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm prepared for that.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Good enough. Bernadette, do you have anything to add? Go
I
ahead and come up if you would, please.
I know the last one, and I can't remember who it was, I think Bodel, that we did this to. It's an extra step for not going directly to a subdivision, but by doing this, it creates and separates the water rights from the remaining land. And I think I had spoken at the commission meeting at that point in time that you'd probably see more of these, because with the NRC's new water right rules and stuff, this is a way to, especially when you have a large parcel left over, to create water rights for the subdivision and not losing yours for your agricultural ground.
Sure. Okay. So there'll be that little separation there.
Right. So DNRC will look at the 20 acres instead of the 460 acres.
Correct.
So it, especially for landowners that, have extra land, they don't lose all their water rights.
Right.
So
Okay.
again, you'll probably see some of these come through like this. And I know there was a question because on the application, I wanted to be upfront and say,
Yeah.
it was to divide water rights for subdivision purposes. So that we were up and everything was out in the open.
That's good, and we appreciate that. And I think it's important to note that if this does come up to be subdivided, it still has to go through the subdivision process and all those things. So, okay, everybody understands all that. All right. Anything else? Any other discussion?
I have nothing to add.
Commissioners, do you have any
I don't have anything.
questions or?
Nope.
No? Okay. I guess with that, then
I will make a motion
Motion.
to approve the planning to create an agricultural tract for the Griffin Family Limited Partnership.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve the agricultural tract for J.P. Griffin Family and the Limited Partnership. Is there any public discussion? Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Motion carries. All right. Congratulations, Mr. Griffin.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
You caught me up here at a time where this is the time of the year to come to Montana, but in another couple of months where I may be before you, I may ask Bernadette to.
Sure.
Because, that cold weather kind of gets to me, and I'll be down in Texas trying to stay warm.
Well, I figured you might be doing that. I was kind of surprised to see you today, actually, so good for you.
All right, well, we look forward to working with you folks.
Okay.
I feel positive about what we're trying to do.
Okay. All right, very good. Let's see. I guess next is the conservation easements, and we put this on the agenda, and after we put it on the agenda, we discovered that there may be some possible conflicts. So one of the conservation easements has to do with Dreaming Fields, which my brother is associated with. So I feel that I probably would have to recuse myself on that. Although this is just, we're supporting, we're not voting to approve. The other is the director for the Montana Land Reliance is Commissioner Delger's sister. So we think that maybe it would be best for us to just pass on this, but we would like to have Nicole still give an explanation as to what's going on.
Absolutely. So these documents have been disseminated to the commission, and they are posted on the county website. They're extensive documents. I didn't print all 41 pages of each of the 3 conservation easements. I only brought the maps. So what this is, the Montana Land Reliance is working with Round Grove Ranch and Dreaming Fields separately to create some conservation easements. The first one, and again, this is, I'm not requesting a vote, this is simply for information purposes for the commission and for the public. The first one is referred to as Round Grove Ranch Home, and it is mostly off of Lower Dry Gulch and Dry Gulch Road, and then north just past Lower Gurnett Creek. The subject property is 3,568 acres. The second conservation easement is being referred to as the Round Grove Ranch Raidersburg. This property is off of Lone Mountain Road and extends into Jefferson County. Jefferson County will also be receiving a copy of this packet from Montana Land Reliance. The acreage for this proposed conservation easement is 4,871 acres. And the third one is being referred to as Folkford Property 2, also known as Dreaming Fields. This property is 1,265 acres and north of Price Road and west of Highway 287. So really conservation easements, like Commissioner Folkford stated, they do not require the approval of the commissioners. These are simply an FYI, if you will, just to be presented to the commission. The Montana Land Reliance has always done so good at letting us know what's going on in our county. Even though it does not require the approval of the commission or the planning board, we still like to take a look at them. And it's always good to know what's happening out there, so.
Okay. All right, good. Thanks for that, Nicole. Is there any comments, any public discussion? Do you have any?
No,
Mike, Laura, do you have any comments?
Nope.
Okay. All right, good. Well, I guess, thanks for, I guess at this point, just for letting us know, and we'll just move on from that. Thanks, Nicole. Next is the Family Medical Clinic lease payment starting January 1st, 2021. I did talk to Dr. Campbell last week, and about this. So if everyone will remember I can't remember, but it wasn't too long ago, maybe a month, 2 months ago, that we made the decision to allow Dr. Campbell to remain in the Family Medical Clinic until June of 2021. The agreement that we made was, part of that discussion was taxes. We didn't realize that it was being taxed since it is a for-profit business. Part of that agreement was that he would agree to pay the taxes for that 6-month period of time. So we have received the 2020 real estate property tax statement, and the taxes for one half is $788.44. So we divided that by 6 months, it's $131.40. And speaking with Dr. Campbell, he agreed that if we added that onto his current $1,200 payment, that he would be agreeable to that. He's not here today, so I guess we can just continue with that. The one thing I did mention to him is that I think we need to have his attorney probably make the changes to that lease agreement to reflect that increase in payment. And I think he is working on that. So I guess our decision for the commission is this what we want to do?
I would think that's what we want to do, and then have that contract contingent on Corey's approval.
Okay.
As the decision was already agended and voted for, the only way to undo it would be to put that specifically on the agenda and have a vote then to rescind what was already voted. And that would have to have those specifics.
Yeah, and I think at that time we didn't know what the tax was going to be. We didn't know what the amount was. So I think that's why we're discussing it today, now that we have that information. All right, so is everybody in agreement that that's what we're going to do?
Yes.
Okay. Laura?
Yeah, just sticking with the previous vote.
Okay. Okay, very good. So we will, we're all in agreement with that. We'll just move forward with that. Okay, next is decision to approve the Montana Department of Transportation Aeronautics grant application for the Townsend Airport. And the Townsend Airport is ready to have the runways and taxiways rebuilt. This is a project that's been in the works for quite a while. In 2021, we will be doing the preliminary design portion of this project. And what this is a request for 10% share, and I believe that will come from the Montana Aeronautics to be combined with the 90% FAA share in moving forward with the design portion of this project. So we don't have a total of what this project is going to cost yet. I'll just kind of read a brief description of what the project will entail. The Townsend Airport pavements are 19 years old and overlay, and 28 years past their original construction in 1993. While the pavements have performed well, they are in need of major rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts. The reflective cracks through the overlay are getting very wide, and new cracking is beginning to be fairly widespread. They have reached a point where the airport must transition to a reconstruction effort over maintenance. This phase one design effort will complete geotechnical investigations, site surveying, and preliminary design so that accurate preliminary cost estimates and construction recommendations can be made. This will also be for the FAA and the owner's budget for necessary improvements scheduled to occur in 2022 and 2023. So that is the schedule that we're on to do the design portion now. Hopefully 2023 we'll be able to complete this project. So what we need to do is to approve this this grant application, and we can move forward with Montana Department of Transportation. You have any questions?
When they do this project, will they shut the runway down completely?
I think once they do the work on the runway portion, they probably will have to most likely shut the runway down. Laura, do you have any questions?
No, but I do have a comment about this and our airport. I think it's important to recognize the economic benefit that our airport brings to Broadwater County. We have two. We have people who stop here. They use the courtesy shuttle. They stay at Bob's. They go grocery shopping. They shop at our retail shops. They take care of business. It helps our community because they bring in money, spend it, and that circulates among our families here locally. Even though not everyone's a pilot, we all benefit as a collective one county, one community. And I think that's important to recognize because we have been putting in money to that savings to match the federal. It used to be 95.5, now it's 90-10. We're responsible for 10%, and it's a big bill. And we've been putting money every year, surplus revenue or PILT, into the airport CIP in order to help pay for this because we recognize and have for many, many commissions and decades the economic and recreational benefits that the airport brings to Broadwater County.
Yeah, thanks for that. And also I'd like to add, our airport does have a self-fueling system, and our airport board is very good at managing that. And a lot of times we can provide fuel at a little bit less cost than they can get other places. So that actually generates revenue for our airport. Also, that airport provides emergency services for like say our hospital, whatever. Whenever medevac flight has to come in, people can be transported to a regional medical facility. So that's very important as well. It provides a lot of student training from pilots in Helen and Bozeman that are doing their pilot training. It gives them a cross-country opportunity. And agricultural operations. There's a lot of ag pilots that fly out of there and provide that service for our area farmers and ranchers. And also aerial firefighting takes place there during the summer months. So the airport is widely used. It's very important for us. And I guess that's really pretty much all I have to add. Is there a motion to approve this grant application?
I'll make the motion to approve the aeronautics grant application for the Townsend Airport.
It's a city-county airport, and I second the motion.
Okay. Motion's made and seconded to approve the grant application for the Townsend Airport. Is there any public discussion? Any discussion?
I do think that this needs to also go to the city, and I think we need to recognize in the minutes, as well as public discussion, that this is a partnership, because it's been such a good partnership. It is technically the city-county airport.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next on the agenda is the Silos Recreation request for qualifications solicitation. And I guess with this, we have worked to develop this RFQ. And I think at this point, we've all agreed with its content, and we just need to decide whether we're going to send it out.
There are two details that need to be inserted. In the middle of the page, return by says TBA, 21 days.
Oh, yep.
So I think we should insert December 16 by 4 p.m. And that makes sure that our staff has time to collect and put that aside. If you do it at 5, you could have some folks staying late.
Okay.
And it gives a little bit of a cushion. The other thing is include TBA number copies. I think we should have it, the first iteration said 3. I think we should have 6. So that our panel is more than just 3 commissioners.
I'd agree with that.
And then we can discuss the makeup on Thursday.
Okay. Okay. All right, sounds good. Anything else?
Not that I see.
Okay.
I do think that it could be signed and sent out today. It should be placed on letterhead, which if we choose to adopt it, I'd be happy to do that and then send it out.
Okay.
And then, then we should be good to go if that's the route we decide to take.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Is there a motion to send out the request for qualifications?
I'll make a motion to send out the request for qualifications with said additions that Laura supplied us.
Okay. I will second that. Is there any public discussion? Any discussion? Okay. All those in let's see, I guess the changes, just so everybody knows, is we put in the return date of December 16th at 4 p.m. and we want to have 6 copies returned. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, thanks, Laura, for doing that.
Thank you.
Sure. One question I have, a little bit more information, is I think as a courtesy, now that we have made a decision on how to move forward, I think we should send a letter to our current manager so that they aren't blindsided or not informed. So we have a draft letter that we really couldn't address publicly until a decision was made. And I would like to suggest that we just remove requests for proposals from the draft and then send this to our manager just to inform them.
Sure. I think that's appropriate.
That's a good idea.
All right, I will send this to you guys with the change, and then we can send that out as soon as it's signed.
Okay, very good.
One other thing, just very small, whenever there is facts shared in a public meeting, I think it's appropriate. Whenever there's misunderstood facts or misrepresented facts, I think it's important to provide the public with what actually happened so that there's no confusion for them. I did ask that a copy of the minutes from January 14, 2019 be brought to the meeting so it can be a part of the public record. And I just want to bring your attention to one subject so the public is fully aware. And it says the Broadwater County Trust Board has received a donation of $10,000 from JSJ Inc. So hopefully that clears up any confusion about what happened in 2013 or any of the years after that. That was a donation. It was not a payment. So I just want to make sure that that is a part of the public record and the public has those facts for the future and for their reference.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody have anything else? Okay, we will be adjourned until 1 p.m. and then we have a Zoom meeting with Montana Department of Transportation, the rest area development in the Wheatland area. Okay, we're adjourned at whatever that is. 10:38.
Quick question.
I don't know if I can answer that or not. What?
The canvas this